Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be riding on the Winter Park Express, a seasonal Amtrak train that travels between Denver Union Station and Winter Park Resort. Stay tuned for some great skiing footage and updates throughout the video. Our journey begins at the heart of downtown Denver at Denver Union Station. This station, built in 1914, is the focal point for all public transportation within the Denver metro area. There are connections to light rail, commuter rail, city buses, and intercity trains. Today, we'll be using one of these transportation modes to get up to Winter Park. After checking in with the Amtrak staff, we head to our train. Today's train is Amtrak Winter Park Express, train number 1105. It consists of 7 Superliner coach vehicles, 1 Superliner sightseer lounge, and 1 baggage car. This is a similar configuration used on Western state-supported Amtrak routes, such as the Pacific Surfliner and Capitol Corridor. After getting settled into our seats, the train departs at 7 a.m. for an on-time departure. We quickly leave Union Station and head north, following the right-of-way for the RTD-G line. Soon, in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, we break off from the G line and begin our long and winding ascent up to Winter Park. Total travel time today was about 2.5 hours from Denver to Winter Park, which on a busy holiday weekend is quite comparable to driving. Our first major landmark is Big Ten Curve. This section was constructed to provide a consistent 3% grade of the railroad. As we travel through the curve, we get wonderful views of the Denver metro area and the Flatirons of Boulder, Colorado. Exiting Big Ten Curve, we enter the Moffett Tunnel Improvement District that is part of the Union Pacific's vast national rail network. This section contains over 30 tunnels, with the final tunnel in this segment being the Moffett Tunnel, which will take us underneath the Continental Divide. This section of railroad was originally built as part of the Denver and Salt Lake Railway, a company that was tasked with providing a direct rail connection in between Denver and Salt Lake City in the early 20th century. As we continue to head up to the mountains, it soon becomes clear that it's time to grab a bite to eat before we hit the slopes. We head downstairs in the sightseeing car and grab something to eat. Looking at the menu, one can see the cafe consists of light refreshments and various alcoholic beverages, perfect for getting the morning started on the right foot. After slogging down some drinks to get us ready for the mountain, we head to the sightseer lounge to enjoy some views. It looks great outside, but it's going to be even a greater day on the slopes. Looking out of the sightseer lounge, Gross Reservoir appears on the right side of the train. This reservoir provides drinking water to the greater Denver metropolitan area. It is currently being raised by over 100 feet to expand the storage capacity of the reservoir from 42,000 acre-feet to 119,000 acre-feet, which will ensure that the reservoir will be able to meet the continued increased water demand on the Front Range of Colorado. Leaving Gross Reservoir, the quaint community of Pinecliff comes into view. That means it's time to head back to the coach car to get ready for the slopes. As we put on our boots, the conductor announces that we are about to enter the Moffett Tunnel. This tunnel is 6.2 miles long and passes under 2,800 feet under the Continental Divide. It represents the highest elevation point on Amtrak's entire national network. Construction of the tunnel started in 1922 and was completed in 1928. It was built to cut travel times over the Continental Divide from 5 hours to 12 minutes. Upon completion, it became an important rail link between the mountains and the Denver metro area and now sees up to 15 trains per day, one of them being the California Zephyr. Our train travels through the tunnel and emerges at the foot of Winter Park Resort. We gather our things and get off the train. Our ski gear is handed right to us, and we head to the gondola for a fun day on the slopes. After a fun day on the slopes, it's time to head back to Denver. we drop our skis and snowboards and head back to the coach seat for the 2-hour journey back to Denver. The train departs on time at 4:35 p.m. and we are quickly engulfed by the darkness of the Moffett Tunnel. Our train exits the tunnel to a beautiful sunset that will define the rest of our journey back to Denver. As we continue our journey back to Denver, it's time to rate this train. I'll rate this train in 4 categories: comfort, amenities, punctuality, and uniqueness. Each category will be rated out of 5, with 1 having a horrible rating and 5 having an excellent rating. For comfort, this train gets a 4. The seat pitch was great, and the seats themselves were really comfortable. This applies to seats in all other parts of the train. There was ample room to get up and move around. Comfort level is perfectly fine for a 4-hour round-trip train journey. For the amenities, this train gets a 4. For a day trip to the mountains, this train has everything you need. If you want to charge all of your electronic devices, there are outlets for every passenger. If you want to sleep the entire ride, the seat pitch is generous and the comfort is unparalleled. If you want to get drunk before you hit the slopes, there's a lounge car where you can buy drinks. Everything you need for a fantastic day on the slopes is available on the train. The only downside of this train is that the rolling stock is quite old and definitely could use a refresh in some parts of the train. For the punctuality, this train gets a 5. The train left Denver on time, got to Winter Park on time as well. On a return trip, the train left Winter Park on time and arrived in Union Station on time. No complaints at all. And finally, uniqueness. This train gets a 5. There are no direct city-to-ski resort trains in the United States, and that alone warrants the high rating. The ability to sit back, relax, and enjoy some beautiful scenery and drinks while being whisked away to a ski resort while not having to deal with traffic on the interstate or state highways is a nice bonus. With the sun setting and a skyline of downtown Denver coming into view, we pull into Denver Union Station, marking the end of our journey. Thank you for watching. Please consider supporting the channel by subscribing, and I hope you come back for future content. Goodbye!